Obviously, it doesn't mean that the racket is good, but for me, it's a 10 out of 10. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Alex Tennis review of the Head Racquet Pro 2023. So, Head has updated their Racquet line with the Shoes-Asics technology. Basically what it's doing, it's increasing the feeling of the racket. It should not feel as stiff as the older version. So obviously I'm looking forward to see if the Shoes-Asics is giving a little boost to the racket, because I didn't like the older version, the Graphene 360 Plus. For me, it was too much of a dampened feeling, and I really enjoyed more the Graphene 360 racket. So really looking forward to see if this racket is going to be an improvement from the older version. So for the specs of this racket, it's pretty much the same as the older version. It has a 98 square inch head size. The unstrung weight is 315 grams or 11.2 ounces. And the beam is 20 millimeters here, 21.5 here, and 21 here. So a pretty consistent beam. Actually, this racket is meant for advanced player. As you can see here, the CPI of this racket is 200. Head has made this range line to make you understand how controlled the racket is or how powerful it is. So basically, if you're close to 1000, that means that your racket is really powerful. For example, the head power is really close to 1000. If you're going down to a speed, it should be like around 500. And then you're going down with Prestige and with the Head Racquet Pro with a 200 CPI. And just before we go to the court, I just want to talk about the cosmetic of this new racket. I wasn't a really big fan of the Graphene 360 Plus and the Graphene 360 cosmetic, but for me this racket looks super great. Obviously it doesn't mean that the racket is good, but for me it's a 10 out of 10. You know, I really like the look. It's like an orange / like red color and then the blue, and it's super nice. This demo is strung with Volkl Cyclone Tour. It means that it's gonna give a lot of spins, so it may change my opinion of the racket obviously, and it's strung at 54. Let's go to the court. Alright, so the first thing that I've noticed when I tried the Head Racquet Pro 2023 was the fact that the racket head was so much stable. I think it's part due to the Shoes-Asics technology. For me, it's the first thing that I've noticed, and it was incredibly good. Another thing that I've noticed was the fact that the racket was still pretty powerful for a control-oriented racket. I think it's a part due to the Shoes-Asics technology, but also the fact that I was using the Cyclone Tour string in the racket. The touch of the racket was incredibly good, still because of the Shoes-Asics technology, and the only thing that I can add to this is the feel of the racket is just incredible. I really recommend to try this racket because Head has really implemented the right technology in their new model. It's a big update from the Graphene 360 Plus version. I felt like the older version was not that much connected to the ball, but this one is so connected, and I feel like, yes, the Shoes-Asics is bringing a lot of feel, but it's also a really flexible racket. The downgrade for this racket was unfortunately the serve. I was not able to hit a single serve in. The launch angle was really like going down, and so it was really tough for me to hit a serve in the box. So that's the only downside of this racket, but that's pretty much it. Alright, so definitely it's a good racket. It's a big update from Head. It's not like this kind of repainted new model, but it's pretty much the same thing as the old version. It's really not that. It's really a new model, and I feel like it's a really good update from Head. So now it's time to give it a grade. So what I'm gonna do for the next couple of reviews that I'm gonna put on this channel, and obviously if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to like and to subscribe. I'm gonna give it a score out of 10. And you know, for this one, like I said, I really like the feel, I really like the touch, really like the volley. I didn't talk about this, but the volley were pretty good. Like I said, the only downside was the serve, and sometimes when I was trying to hit like flat shot on my forehand, it was really flying by the court. But when I was really focusing on putting a lot of spin on my ball, then it was always going in. As far as my backhand, it's my strongest side, so obviously it was a little bit easier, and it was really easy to go through the hair with the racket. I was really swinging with a lot of confidence. So that's why I'm giving it a score out of 10 of 8.75. When I'm gonna post more review, you're gonna have the ranking of all the racket that I've tried. So it's gonna be interesting to find out which one is my favorite and which one is my least favorite. Obviously, the best thing for you is to try this racket because like it's my review. I could like the racket, but you could not. And sometimes I will not like a racket and it's gonna be your favorite. So make sure to leave a comment about what you think about my video, about the racket, and if you tried the racket, tell me what were your thoughts. And finally, thanks to Racquet Volkl for giving me this racket to demo. This is the shop where I work at, and they're letting me pick a lot of demos to review for you guys. So see you next time. Bye bye.